Welcome to Local Matters. Today we begin with the Plymouth Philharmonic Orchestra. Due to restrictions on large-scale gatherings, the much-beloved holiday pops scheduled for December 12th had to be canceled. So, the Phil is bringing holiday cheer straight to you with the virtual event Poppin' In for the Holidays. Julie invited the Phil's executive director, Kim Corbin, to give us an idea of what to expect from this magical night you won't want to miss. Julie?
Thank you so much for joining us today, Kim. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Now, Popping for the Holidays takes place this weekend. What can we expect?
Oh, wow. We can expect an evening filled with music, with special guests popping in throughout the 3-hour broadcast. The main musical portion will be provided by Sons of Serendip, who will perform their full-length holiday concert for us. And then we'll have special guests popping in throughout the evening as well. There will be film musicians, there will be guest performers that have performed with us in the past, and then a couple of surprises.
And you're not going to let us know what those are?
It's mostly focusing on the music.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what the Phil is known for, clearly. Now, how did the idea for this event come to pass?
Well, it started out because we wanted to do a concert for our community. And given the uncertainty of when we're going to be able to get back into the concert hall, we just couldn't financially see how we were able to do that. Then we came up with the idea to make this our main fundraiser of the year. It's going to be like a telethon, along with the main focus being on the music. PAC TV stepped forward and offered to produce this for us. And to be honest, I don't know how we could have done it without PAC TV. We're just delighted to be able to be in front of our audiences again.
Yeah, well, we're thrilled to be able to do this. That's one of the silver linings of this pandemic, is that we have been able to really help a lot of organizations virtually do what they normally would do in person. So we're thrilled to be able to do it. Now, in what ways has the Phil been able to adapt through this entire pandemic? And it's the Phil as a unit, and then the individual musicians that make up the Phil.
Well, it hasn't been easy, and our strategy as an organization has been to keep the ball moving forward. Our small but mighty staff is continuing to work within the office so that when we can get back into the concert hall, that we're ready to do that. If they said we could be back next month, we'd be able to do concerts next month.
Right.
That's what we're hoping.
Absolutely. Now, this has been a really hard time, especially for the musicians. You know them quite well. How have they been coping, and what have they been doing individually to get through this?
Well, obviously, our musicians are the ones that are suffering the most. They not only is their income stream dried up completely, they're not able to do what's right at the heart of them, which is make music and perform for people. As the pandemic goes on, the strain just gets harder and harder, and you can see it in their faces when we talk to them. They're just so anxious to get back to the concert halls. So all we can do is hope that the vaccine works and that we get back soon, and we'll be ready for them.
Right. We're crossing our fingers for a July 4th concert. I know I am.
Right. Yeah, every musician has a different kind of situation. Some of them teach, some of them perform with several different orchestras and performing groups. So some have some kind of something else going on, but others do not. So it's very different for all of them. And some have been able to adapt better than others, with the technology and things like that as well.
Sure. How has the community supported the Phil during this since March?
This is the only great thing that's come out of this. The community has stepped up in a huge way to support the Phil. And, it really warms my heart. About half the people who bought tickets for the concerts that we had to cancel both in the spring and this fall, about half of them donated that money back to the Phil to keep us going. And our donors are are not only continuing to give to us as they always have, many of them are increasing their gift because they can see how important it is. And, that's how much music and the Phil are appreciated in this community. And I couldn't be more thankful.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And music is such a universal language that I think we all desperately miss that feeling of when you're in a concert hall or when you're outside listening to music. There's nothing that can quite replace that. And we all are looking forward to it so much. Now, this is a fundraiser that we're going to be having on Saturday night. So how do people donate? How is that going to work?
We're going to have staff here at the office, not at PAC TV because COVID.
Right.
So the staff at the office is going to be manning the phone, so you can call in, you can go onto our website, you can text to give. We've made it easy for people to give their donations. And then on top of that, we have a group of donors, our leadership giving group that has pledged $50,000 to match every dollar that comes in up until $50,000, so that your gift is going to double the impact.
Wow.
That evening.
That's fantastic. And we are so looking forward to this. All right, so it's the Phil. It's called Poppin' In for the Holidays. It's going to be this Saturday night, the 12th of December, from 6 to 9 p.m. And if we have to go on a little longer because we're getting so many donations, well, then so be it. Correct?
I hope that we have that problem.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so you're going to be able to watch it on our community channel. We're going to be able to watch it on the pactv.org/prime, which is our live streaming channel, as well as on the Phil's Facebook page and the Phil's YouTube page. So there's a lot of places that people can enjoy this, watch it, and interact with it and donate to the Phil.
Absolutely. Okay. And we hope that everybody comes join us.
Yes, we do. Okay. And we'll be there, clearly. Thank you so much, Kim Corbin. We look forward to it, and may music be in everyone's life again very, very soon.
All we can do is hope.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Julie and Kim. Watch Poppin' In for the Holidays live right here from Studio A on PAC TV's community channel, or on the Phil's Facebook or YouTube pages. Mercifully, 2020 is coming to an end. How are you celebrating? If you're not big on staying up late to ring in the new year, but are still up for some fun on the 31st, the Duxbury Senior Center is singing your tune with a special musical performance by Daniel M. Clark, known throughout New England as the Singing Trooper. Daniel will also be joined by trained opera singer Mary Colarusso in a nearly hour-long show that will send you into 2021 on a high note. This New Year's Eve countdown concert will air at both 1 and 7 p.m. on PAC TV's community channel. For more information, visit duxburyseniorcenter.org. New England Open Markets has teamed up with Moonrise Cinemas to bring you some holiday fun in the form of a holiday drive-in market at the cinema on December 13th. Enjoy live music, the beer garden, or the gourmet hot cocoa bar while you shop over 80 local vendors. And since ugly holiday sweater competitions are so last decade, you are also encouraged to compete in the ho, ho, ho horrendous holiday car parade. Deck your car in the tackiest tinsel, the cheesiest, most awful and awfully funny things you can think of. There will be not just bragging rights, but big prizes for the tackiest car in Massachusetts. For more details, visit the New England Open Market or Moonrise Cinema Facebook pages. Have you ever borrowed a birdwatching kit, a bubble machine, or a natural light lamp? All of these things and more are available for you to take out at the Pembroke Public Library. Their Library of Things is a collection of non-traditional items that still are in keeping with the library's mission to facilitate lifelong learning, spark imagination, and connect with the community. Patrons can borrow everything from puzzles, board games, to sewing machines. The Library of Things also helps make at-home learning easy with items such as robots, models, and blocks. Check out the library's website to learn more. We're all familiar with Santa Claus as the jolly old elf in red who brings gifts to children all over the world. But do you know the true story of how the Father of Christmas came to be? On December 20th, join storyteller and Santa researcher Beth Cameron Kilbridge via Zoom as she delights you and your little ones with the origins of the one and only Saint Nick and how his narrative has changed over time. We can all use a little of Santa's magic in our lives right now. To register, visit the Duxbury Free Library's website. Technology has made letter writing a lost art, but what would mean more to you, a text you see and scroll past, or a physical letter in the mail from a friend or loved one that you can hold and keep forever? On December 17th, join the Duxbury Senior Center for The Art of Letter Writing, a virtual presentation on how we can stay connected through the written word. There'll be a lively discussion following the presentation. To register, visit the Duxbury Senior Center's website. The American Red Cross is still in urgent need of blood donations. On December 16th and December 30th from 2 to 7 p.m., the Kingston Collection will team up with the American Red Cross to host a blood drive located next to Pearl Vision and Fit Factory. There is always a need for donations, so the Red Cross has a few convenient ways to reserve your time slot. Register by visiting redcrossblood.org/rapidpass to streamline your donation by 15 minutes. It only takes a little time to save a life. In honor of Jane Austen's birthday month, the Duxbury Senior Center and the Duxbury Free Library have teamed up to present the virtual presentation, Historical Women of Letters, Jane Austen. On December 14th from 1 to 3 p.m., join actress Deborah Ann Miller as she tells the story of Jane Austen's life through letters, journals, literary works, and speeches. Exercise your sense and sensibility by registering for your Zoom link at duxburyseniorcenter.org. The Phyllis Hughes Award recognizes individuals who exemplify public service and is presented yearly by the Plymouth Area Coalition. This year's recipient is Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Amy Naples, and Julie invited Amy via Zoom to discuss this prestigious award.
Amy Naples, Executive Director of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Julie.
Well, Amy, you have been named the recipient of the distinguished Phyllis Hughes Award, which was created to honor the memory of Phyllis, who was a great publisher and philanthropist here in Plymouth. This award has previously been bestowed upon Peter Brown of Tiny & Sons Glass and of the Chamber presidency in the past, and of course, Gary Maestas, who's the superintendent of schools in Plymouth, along with a number of other things that both of those gentlemen did. And now you have been the third recipient of this incredible award. How did you feel when you found out that you were the third recipient?
Well, I was honestly completely floored. When Sue Giovanetti called to inform me, I was like, what? I've been selected. I certainly don't take this lightly and know what a wonderful woman Phyllis Hughes was and her dedication she had for so many organizations and especially our community. So I am just so honored to be receiving this award and for the namesake of such a dynamic person. And then to follow in behind Peter Brown and Gary Maestas is just two incredible men who I am just beyond thankful for what they do in our community and certainly what they have done for the chamber. They're amazing folks, and I'm tremendously happy to be following behind them, and especially to be the first woman to receive this award, and I know that many follow.
Absolutely, and well-deserved, Miss Amy, let me tell you. The Chamber has done a tremendous amount of advocacy for Plymouth businesses during this pandemic. How has your focus had to change, and what new methodologies have you embraced to help the businesses during this unprecedented time?
Well, Julie, everything has changed, honestly. I felt we had to lead by example, be very relevant during this time. I think it was like throwing all the papers up in the air and seeing what happened with them. Honestly, I had to try new things. And I don't think I would have tried these things or imagined doing some of these things before, but we shifted gears so quickly. We changed our mission, our goals. We did short-term goals. We provided very critical business needs, advocacy efforts with federal, state, local government. We were giving advice and just being a support organization for so many businesses. It was so important for us to really change our programming, everything that we were doing to be relevant and just provide support. And then most of all, we had to heighten the importance of supporting local because we knew our businesses needed our help more than ever. It certainly wasn't easy being the steady hand while others were shaking. And I think it was a tough decision to not save cash flow, just like every other business. Our organization financially is feeling the strain of COVID, but I wanted to power through, be able to provide as many services and resources for our small business community, and I think we've done a really great job for it. We created a grant program for small businesses, the Plymouth One Fund, which PAC TV was just a huge supporter of that. And I don't think that we would have raised as much funding as we did without that support. Close to $80,000 has been distributed to small businesses in our community, something I'm so proud of. We supported businesses with various marketing campaigns. We created virtual events for networking and other various programming to support small businesses, whether it was cash mobs for people to encourage them to support local and purchase local, created guides for takeout and restaurants. And then something very large I don't think I ever would have proposed prior to COVID was proposing a one-way corridor for downtown Plymouth to aid in recovery for those restaurants. And I have to say that we also secured a donation to be able to do so of $60,000 from Liddell Brothers to be able to provide the barrier. So that's a lot of the hard work that we did during this time and shifted our gears, and we're hopefully working back towards our primary mission and goals, but we'll always be a support engine for all the small businesses in our community.
Yeah, and the list that you just did isn't half of what you've done over the past 9 months. I mean, daily, if you go on your website, the things that you are providing for the businesses in our community is in normal times, it's uncanny. And right now it's just, well, you know how I feel about the chamber that does so much for so many with so few people. It's just mind-blowing to me, and one of the many reasons why you received this award, I'm sure. The chamber is so known as being front-facing. I mean, you're everywhere. Your people are everywhere. You can't turn your head without, oh, there's Amy, there's Bob, there's somebody from the chamber, always. And to have done all of this behind the lens almost has been very, very different. And like you said, you had to pivot just like we did here at PAC TV. And you do what you have to do, and that's what you did. And so we're in early December. The next few months and the first few months of 2021 are going to be rough. They're going to be hard. So it's going to remain really challenging. What strategies for the next 3 or 4 or 5 months are you going to employ to try to help the businesses just get through until we do see the light at the under the tunnel, which we really should be seeing spring, summer of 2021?
Yes, we do know those winter months are going to be very, very challenging. We know January, February, March are going to be tough. We are working on a number of plans, various recovery efforts. We do have a Plymouth Recovery Task Force, which is comprised of organizational leaders in the community working on recovery efforts and economic development. We're going to re-energize some of our mission and goals for that committee as well, come up with some fresh marketing ideas, very, and honestly, COVID-friendly events. We have a upcoming hometown stroll that we hope is going to be very successful for our local retailers and restaurants, the brick and mortars, as well as online shopping. But coming up with COVID-friendly type of events like that, I think it's going to be particularly important. Providing and marketing and just getting businesses' names out there and keeping the reminder of the importance of supporting our local businesses and not going online to shop from the big box stores, and that we want to continue to advocate for all those small businesses because they are our friends and our neighbors, and we love them, and we want to see them get out of COVID. So we are working on so many different things, and all of these tend to be very short-term goals. I wish I could. It's easier said than done to plan for the next 2 months, but things are constantly changing, as you know, Julie, and we have to shift gears quickly. So a lot of times our ideas come to fruition in days, and so things are constantly changing. We are always open for new ideas. One thing I do want to encourage businesses to know that our team is here working for them as hard as we possibly can. I have an open door policy. People can stop by my office at any time. I'm welcome to chat with them about their business, offer advice, let them know of resources available. Anyone from my team is always here to help, and we are so passionate about what we do, and we love what we do, and we really want to just help and make sure all these businesses survive. So challenging times ahead, but we've come this far, and we know we will continue to power on and make it through the next challenging months with some great creative ideas and marketing plans.
Yep. And you do it, and you're right. It literally, you have to pivot on a dime. Things can change overnight, and the best laid plans of mice and men don't often come to fruition. But like you said, there's been a huge amount of people that have worked together to help each other. I know the restaurants have really supported each other, which has been an amazing thing to watch. Of all the things that have gone wrong in the last 6 months, what have you found to be the silver linings?
There's actually a lot more silver lining I would have imagined. You know, these are tough times, but there's always silver linings. I have to say I have quite a few. So communication and partnership with the town of Plymouth has probably been one of the biggest silver linings. Our relationship and the support we've received from the town and the support the business community has received from the town has just been absolutely tremendous. So I think that's a wonderful silver lining. Creating stronger communication and relationships with our small businesses. I think businesses feel probably more comfortable and confident reaching out to me and my team, expressing their input, concerns, any feedback, criticism. I think that's a great silver lining. I think strengthening communication is always such a great outcome. So I'm so thankful and empowered to lead this organization and be able to help however we can. So I'm always open to feedback. Lastly, I think another great silver lining has certainly, there's so many things that's pushed me outside of my comfort zone. Being forced to kind of put my neck out, regardless of what the outcome may be, because I knew it was not life or death, but I mean, these were big decisions, and they were very dependent upon many of our small businesses. So I think I never would have normally. I would have maybe rode that line, but I've definitely put my neck out there, and I've not been afraid to propose new ideas. This year is definitely a year of throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, and I'm grateful for those silver linings and be able to do that.
You're right, and you're right about stepping outside your comfort zone, and that's probably one of the reasons why you did receive this award, because it's not only for philanthropy and dedication and service to the community, but sometimes that comes at the price of taking huge risks, and it's risk takers that are the ones that end up making change. And we are so proud of you. We are so happy for you and the Chamber, and we will continue to partner with you. And we thank you so much, Amy Naples, for joining us today, and wish you a wonderful and safe holiday season.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you for having me and for recognizing me and for the partnership. It is something we value so much, and PAC TV and your entire team. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And back to you, Elizabeth.
Much deserved. Congratulations, Amy. On December 17th, the Kingston Public Library invites you to a virtual sing-along with family entertainer Matt Heaton. Matt mixes Irish traditional, American roots, surf, and rockabilly music with his wry sense of humor, promising to get your whole family laughing and singing from the comfort of your own living room. To register, visit the library's website. It's not just Santa hanging around up at the North Pole, it's home to over 5,000 animal species. And you want to learn more about that, right? On December 22nd, the Dedham Public Library invites you to Little Lab Coats, Arctic Animals, a presentation for ages 6 through 9 that will teach kids all about how animals living on the North and South Poles adapt to the harsh conditions in these areas. Visit the Dedham Public Library website to register. Walking is a superhero in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It increases your heart health, helps with weight loss, and boosts endorphins, which make you feel happy. For ideas of places to get in those steps, the Blackstone Library is offering a December 16th program with Marjorie Turner, author of Easy Walks in Massachusetts Trail Guide series. In this virtual presentation, Marjorie will suggest local hikes and ideas on how to have a positive experience in the great outdoors. Geared towards seniors, families with small children, and people with disabilities, this program is nevertheless open to all. To register, visit the Blackstone Public Library. Erica is here with an In the Schools update.
This will be the last In the Schools update for 2020. This year has been, to say the least, quite interesting. Hopefully we can end the year on a positive note, and in the holiday spirit, we will be sharing 4 different cheerful stories for the towns we support. Plymouth North is hosting a Holiday Light Drive of Fame this Saturday, December 12th from 4 to 8:30 p.m. Stay warm and cozy in your vehicle while you admire hundreds of dazzling holiday lights. Tickets are $10 per car or $5 with a canned good or new unwrapped toy donation. Help the Plymouth North Eagles give back to this community. This is sure to be a holiday light display you and your family won't forget. When attending this event, please enter through Nook Road and exit into Obery Street. Looking for some festive gear for your favorite Laker? Well, Silver Lake Regional High School has custom winter clothes for sale to support their PTO. If you go to the main page of the high school website, you will see a sales link in the left-hand corner. It will bring you to their site for purchasing. They've got sweatshirts, beanies, Boxercraft flannel pants, and even blankets. This is the perfect opportunity to find the perfect gift for your child that wants to show off their school spirit, even if it's from home. Speaking of showing off school spirit, there is another episode of Capsized Podcast. This podcast is hosted by Connor McKinnon, Cass Runkles, and Messina Sheenan. This is a podcast by Lakers for Lakers. You can find these regularly on Laker TV YouTube page, and they're also available on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Duxbury High School Student Council, with support from the football team, have been busy little elves collecting toys for the toy drive to support the children of the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester. This organization has served 4,000 children from age 2 months to 18 years old. The Student Council is asking school and local community to please donate. If every senior gives 1 toy, the class of 2021 could add 250 toys to the pile. If you're listening, seniors, let's do this and make a big difference for the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester. All donations will be delivered the week of December 14th. Give the gift of giving this year. Pembroke High School is still dashing with festive spirit and will be hosting Spirit Days starting the week of December 17th. And this is for any student who is attending school in person and online. On December 17th and 18th, it is Ugly Sweater Day. Show off your most festive Christmas sweater. The tackier, the better. On December 22nd and December 23rd, it's Polar Express Day. Kick off your winter break in comfort by wearing your favorite holiday pajamas. That's a good idea. I think I'll wear my pajamas for the rest of the day. I hope the rest of 2020 brings you some cheer and good fortune for 2021, as we all need a do-over. Elizabeth, back to you.
Thanks, Erica. The holiday season is usually celebrated by gathering together with family, eating delicious food, and of course, singing Christmas carols. So, we can't do all of those things this year, but nothing will stop the singing. Break-A-Leg Theatre Works was kind and sent us this throwback Christmas performance of the Break-A-Leg Theatre Works Children's Chorus with Mendelssohn's classic, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and boy, do they. Enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Break-A-Leg Theatre Works, and thank you for staying with us for this episode of Local Matters. As we head into winter, doing our best to stay apart so we can be together in the future, we wish you a happy and safe week. We'll see you next time.